Hey, I want to show you how to be an awesome wine taster. You get some wine in your glass, and you pay attention to what's going in your mouth, and that's pretty much all you have to do. It's easy to see like a hot dog and taste a hot dog and be like, I just put a hot dog in my mouth. When you taste wine, you're trying to develop the same kind of experience. This is not a hot dog, this is a glass of Primitivo. But here I am trying to develop sort of a system of memories and cues to tell me what I just put in my mouth. You look at it, you go, okay, well, here I am, I'm looking at wine. This is a red wine. In fact, this is a bottle of D-Cube that they sent me, a Primitivo. Never tried it before. So I'm looking at this wine, I'm swirling it in my glass. Looks pretty. It looks like Primitivo. You know, I might know what Primitivo looks like, and you might not, so maybe you notice something about it. You know, I can see my fingers through this glass. Holy crap, there they are. Alright, so now I've swirled it a bit, and my glass looks totally wet with wine. Because I'm swirling it, all this like flavor is flying out of the glass. I can smell it for sure. There's definitely wine in this glass. This is not colored water. You didn't know. You don't know for sure. This could be colored water. Nope, it's definitely wine. It smells like strawberries. Well, does it smell like strawberries? Maybe it smells more like wine to you. Maybe all you're smelling is red wine. So how do you get from red wine to strawberries? Well, that's getting past the red wine smell. Sometimes you'll stick your nose in the glass for a while, and you'll be like, what the heck am I smelling? What's in this glass? Is there really red wine there, or am I going to disassociate this and start thinking about anything it could be? I close my eyes a lot when I smell wine. I smell strawberry pie. Oh, you know what else I smell? Those red velvet cupcakes. So I'm starting to smell and sort of develop a picture of what I'm smelling, and I'm picking a couple of things that it reminds me of. Next thing I'm going to do, now that my mouth is watering and I'm practically drooling, I'm going to taste it. I don't know what you like to do, but I like to get that wine in there. It's got to get it all over my mouth and make it everybody taste it in there. All those little taste buds have to try it. I used to just put it, make a funnel with my mouth and send it to the back of my throat when I first started drinking. Turns out that's fine for a $5 bottle of wine, but when you get up there, you kind of miss out on a lot of the experience, especially if you're spending good money. I mean, gosh, that's like funneling down dollars. You know, those wines that are really expensive, like $80 a bottle, what is that, $20 a glass? So then you take one sip and you're going, God, I just swallowed back $5. Holy crap. Well, let's not talk about money. I smelled strawberry pie and red velvet cake, and then I tasted it, and I started thinking about how it tasted maybe a little different than how it smelled, and I started developing all these sort of ideas that I wrap into a present in the shape of Primitivo, because that's what this wine is. Now I know what Primitivo tastes like. Now I know what D-Cubed Primitivo tastes like. And I've wrapped this whole amazing series of concepts and experience of color, the way it looked in my hand, the fact that I could see my hand through it, how it smelled like red velvet cake, and how when I tasted it, the alcohol hit the back of my throat and I could feel it, and I could feel all the flavors all over my mouth. That's what Primitivo tastes like. Now, the whole reason people become super awesome at tasting wine, and they're like, oh, well, that must be a 97 Cabernet from Napa. Well, that's because they've had a 97 Cabernet from Napa and they know what it tastes like. You're building like a palace of all these wines you've tasted. That's why a lot of people, I think, like to try different wines, because they want to add another notch on the belt. Another wine to put into their series of wines they've tasted and the experiences that they've tried. So now we've just tried Primitivo, or well, at least I have. You want to taste some wines and try a whole bunch of different ways, but you don't really know where to get started. I totally recommend joining Wine Folly courses, because we're actually going to be sending you bottles in the mail, pre-selected, hand-selected by yours truly, and taste those wines, learn about why they taste the way they do, like why does this smell like red velvet cake?